All right, Nick Bob Podcast brought to you by Pillows and Windows and Doors. You know how it goes. Check out the Omaha Lincoln showroom. They are fantastic. Vince, Debbie, the whole crew, they are absolutely the best in the biz. You need some new windows, new doors. Take it from me, someone that has actually used Pella on multiple occasions. They are fantastic. Check them out online, PellaOmaha.com. That's Bo Robert Ruud. I'm Nicholas Allen Bahe. And even in game recaps, the comment section, and whether it's on YouTube or whatever, people are like, where's the club? Did the club close down? Where's the club?
It's our staple. I mean, we've withheld. Withheld because we wanted to get some film out there.
You got it. We got to figure out. So we did a summer club, but we got to see a few games before we start really like we do a ribbon cutting ceremony and really reopen the 2025 club.
Yeah, I think you know the students are back at school. Like,
it's time to party.
We've won a couple games. I feel like when you're winning and you're winning big,
right,
the club is at its like height. Everybody wants in.
Let's be honest. After 60, what did it end up? 68 nothing. Is that what it ended up? 68 nothing. Yeah. I'd have met you at the tailgate after the game, and you and I would have had we'd have had a night, my friend.
We would have been at the club.
We would have been at the club.
We wanted to see who's there.
We would have been at the club.
Who's in that VIP at that club?
Adam Mickus, Ben Eisenhart, Corey McHugh, Andy Sand, Josh Mueller. No, so real quick to review, we were talking about this. So in our summer club, this was I think we recorded it on like late May, early June. Which
we totally blanked. I
had to go back and re-listen to it.
We put it out of both of our memories. Didn't remember it.
The summer club was Dylan Raiola, Emmett Johnson, Dane Key, Ja'Cory Barney, Rocco Spindler. Those were our summer club members.
Rocco made it.
Huh? The Gourmet Grill had Malcolm Hartzog, Elijah Pritchett, and Deshaun Single.
Not bad.
In Ubers, we had a lot of Ubers. Gatula, Watson Trent, Zaire Wright, McGahee Jr., Shavers, and Buford. We, for whatever reason, sent Teddy Prohaska to play Tecmo Bowl, and we sent Deshaun McCullough with him. Okay. We wanted. Your thought was Teddy needed to learn how to learn football again, and we thought no better way than having. Is it 8 total plays to choose from? You have 4 runs, 4 passes.
Yeah, that's it.
I like that.
That's it. It simplifies. It's kind of like a Holgerson offense. He learned on Tecmo Bowl. He's like, that's a good play. Just run that again.
Super simple. There's 4 and 4.
Deep ball or swing pass.
Was there a worse feeling than when someone picked your play, though?
Oh, you just felt it too.
I mean, that was an instant TFL or sack. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't even get it out of your hands quick enough. Right? It's ridiculous. What a great game. Simple. Okay, so that was a little review. We are 2 games in. Nebraska's 2-0. The 2025 club is open.
Yeah. And
here we go.
Oh, baby. Let's see what we got. So you start. I think we're going to start the same place.
Let's start with some obvious ones. You know, our first invite to the 2025 club is, we should open like fake envelopes like we're handing out Oscars. Dylan Raiola.
Get Dylan in there. That's not even a question. I mean, that's the staple. That's the club.
He's in there.
People show up regardless of the season because they know Dylan's going to be in the club.
Free drinks.
Yeah, free
drinks. Doesn't pay for anything, nothing. They
make sure you
take care of him.
You secure Dylan as the club owner, right? You just make sure Dylan's going to be there. Everybody else rotates, but Dylan's going to be
Dylan's in.
We're not worried about
his numbers are absurd, by the way. 78% completion percentage, 607 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 picks.
Did I see this right in the paper today? That was Dylan's first 300-yard game.
Yeah, isn't that hard to believe?
That's actually a little surprising because he's been so accurate.
Yeah,
and he throughout his career he's been he's throwing the ball like consistently accurate, but like he hasn't got a ton of yards.
No,
so,
well, that goes to, it's 2 things. It shows that there were a lot of kind of dink and dunk stuff a year ago.
Yeah.
And then he's strong. I mean, he kind of wasn't great the last 2 months of the season. He's really good the first 3-4 games of the year. And then kind of limped a little bit for a little while, finished kind of strong, but yeah, it's kind of hard to believe.
And it's funny because he completes the ball at like
a ridiculous rate,
but we don't have a ton of down the field throws and a ton of big splashy after catch runs that have gone for that's where you get a lot of the yards, right? So yak and just deep balls that's where you can get those big yardage games. You were throwing for 400, 500 yards, but he's never had one of those. So even to get to 300 was like,
that's a lot of completions, and that's a lot of 12-yard gains and 10-yard gains and 8-yard gains. Like how he's. I watch this Cowboys doc, and I'm watching Aikman just air it out to Irvin.
I'm halfway in on that. It's so good.
It's so good. But I want to see a little Aikman to Irvin. I want to see a little more. Just uncork that thing to Isaiah Hunter.
Yeah, that was surprising to me today, though. So like 300 yards is his new single game record. I think that's going to go way up.
I would hope so.
But like very much a number that I find unique. I was like, wow, that doesn't
agree.
It's not that much, but
agree. Second invite, Emmett Johnson.
I think that's an easy second.
Easy. Like those two, I will say, when I sat down to do this again, these two were like fast, easy. The next three is where you could have some disagreements. But real quick, Emmett Johnson, 248 yards through 2 games, 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 6.4 yards per carry. He's got 9 catches for 34 yards as well. He's been, other than the fumble at the one that happens sometimes. If Emmett walked in and said any complaints, I would say no, sir. No, sir.
I mean, I'd say right back to VIP with Dylan. Like, just right on in.
Go right in with him. All right, now this is where things get a little tricky. My next invite, but we can now we want to kind of we'll discuss and we'll figure out what we're settling on. I put an Isaiah Hunter as my next invite. 10 catches, 147 yards, and a touchdown.
So I will agree that he's in my top. So he's in the club.
Okay.
He's in my club, but he wasn't my third invite. But
he was one of your 5.
I think I put him over Key. Yes. I had him in the club. I think it's, you're looking at all players, all our skilled guys. I think he's been like more impressive than Key so far.
I think so too. And he's one of those guys, he's made traffic catches. Like the touchdown catch against Cincinnati was a great grab.
That was a big time catch.
Big play.
Yeah.
So I've been very impressed with him. He's definitely in the club. So he's in the club for both of us. Okay, then I'm going to take it. I'm going to throw it right back at you. Who was your third?
I just think all things being equal, Hartzog's single play was such a impactful play on our season.
Oh yeah,
that we're going to give him some club love in my mind. That like
you're probably right.
He has impacted the season as much as any one player because of that big time play. Like that play, he's been like, you haven't heard a ton from him other than that, right? He's been fine, but that play was so big that I think he deserves some like a chance to be in the club to start the year. And I gotta be honest, he's my one defensive guy. I felt like I had to get somebody on defense.
Okay, so he was my first listed for Ubers, the first listed for the Gourmet Grill.
That's who you had.
That's who. So I had 2 other guys above him. But when you frame it like that, I mean, sometimes early on in the season, like one thing can stand out so much. Even one-hit wonders might be in the crowd at the Grammys.
Yeah, I mean,
and not saying Hartzog's a one-hit wonder because he's far from that. Like he
might be out of the club next week.
He could be, but like he made such a big play that you're probably right. I'm going to write him down, but then
so he was my third. So I guess like even if the final club like we move him down
because I had Singleton.
Oh,
but it makes more. He leads the team in tackles. I felt like he's been a little more consistently solid. But Hartzog's play, I think I like Hartzog over Singleton.
Okay, how about this? Let's put Hartzog in the club. Let's put Singleton in
at the Gourmet Grill.
Just let's hold him at the ropes.
Okay, so we're saying hold on, just hang on,
hold him at the ropes.
Hold on, Deshaun, just hold on real quick. I gotta go talk to my boss real quick.
I think you're right. Singleton has been playing very well. Like he has been like the way he's been flying down and tackling. Like that alone has been impressive. And I think we have some debates to go on here in these last couple. So I think let's hold him.
We're not
tight.
Okay. Basically, I do think it's going to probably come down to Hartzog or Singleton for maybe that last spot.
Yeah.
But okay, for the next individual that I have in the club is none other than our guy, tight end you.
Okay, I had tight end you.
You had tight end you in that thing?
Yes, I had tight end you. So this is where it's going to get tricky because you had Hunter.
Yep.
I had Hunter.
Who was your other guy?
So we've already listed all of my guys now.
Okay.
Dylan, Emmett, Hartzog 3, tight end U coming in at 4. He's bringing his fiance. She's coming in, yeah. And the Scarlet, we're bringing all the Scarlets together. So I think
it ain't a party. It ain't a party unless everybody's in.
Let's be real. That's part of the
part of the allure of the club is making sure.
Tight end you, you're going to bring all the Scarlets.
For the September 10th, 2025 club, we are inviting all of the Scarlet dance team.
All the Scarlets are coming with tight end you. So I think it's a big sell for us. It's going to be good for business.
Oh, my God. Lindenmeyer has 8 catches, 91 yards. It is great for business, by the way. 8 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. He's been good, man. He's been good. I don't think this isn't like this is real. I'm not sure there's anybody that's.
Sans engagement thing. I think he's still like right there on the edge of making the club. I think he's probably in the club because he's been that good. And
yes,
I think that put him over the top a little bit because, it's about the show a little bit.
Totally about the show.
But man, I feel like he has just emerged as somebody I feel like more confident in than I would have imagined 3 weeks ago.
Totally. The idea he wasn't even on again, you heard at the top, we listed 5, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We listed like 15 plus players in the summer, and his name didn't come up, and it wasn't even like who we missing
because you think Carter Nelson at tight end. That's like my head going the season was like, well, Carter Nelson's going to be our emerging tight end. Lindenmeyer's going to be like more of the blocking sort of like utility, or I just like sort of like our base guy, and then what's Harburg going to be, right? So I guess nobody was saying like Lindenmeyer's going to be your clear number 1 tight end by a mile.
That's maybe the biggest surprise of the season so far for me. But okay, so Dylan, Emmett, Hunter, Hartzog, Lindenmeyer. Do we like that for the club with the honorees being the entire Scarlet Dance team because Lindenmeyer's
yes. But here's the question. I think the question comes down to between Hartzog, Hunter, and Singleton, because Singleton's actually
he leads the team in tackles.
I feel like Hartzog's play was so good that I lean towards him, but like it's a good argument. And Hunter has been good. But then it's like Hunter or Lindenmeyer, right? And I feel like I don't know, because would you take Hunter over Lindenmeyer though? Like if you just because you had him before Lindenmeyer.
I have Hunter above Lindenmeyer right
now. So then it's basically either leave out Hartzog or Singleton.
I lean towards leaving out Singleton.
Okay, I would feel fine with that. Like that was my list.
No disrespect. Yeah. Like right now, we're having a hard conversation with Singleton. No disrespect. We'd say like, "Hey man, if it was up to me, you do that. Like, if it was up to me, dog, you be in there. But I don't make all these decisions.
Yeah, maybe we just like I don't know what we can do. We got to do something for him. we slip him a beer in line.
We slip him a bottle of Barton's vodka.
Yeah, we just
say, "Hey, man,
this is
for your troubles, for your trials and tribulations."
But just wait. You're waiting at the rope, like you're our guy.
My guess is in a week, Hartzog is out and Singleton is in.
If Singleton keeps playing like this, we would say, "Hey, why don't you go out and let Singleton in?"
So Hartzog, but you're right. Hartzog's play is the play of the season so far.
Yes.
It won the game. That in and of itself deserves to be in the club.
I think that's right.
Okay,
I think that's
so
right.
That's where we're going to go.
We like Hunter, like offense over defense right now, just because.
Yes,
that first game we got big question marks. Obviously, nobody in the D line linebackers. We don't feel like is popped enough to be in the club, but the offense has been pretty good. So
okay,
I feel pretty good about that.
I like that. So club, Dylan, Emmett, Isaiah Hunter, Lindenmeyer, tight end you, and the entire Scarlet Dance team. I need to add that.
Yes,
entire dance team coming in with him.
Okay,
then Hartzog. So now Gourmet Grill.
Well, I guess is that where we're sending Singleton?
We're sending Singleton to the Gourmet Grill.
That's the polite place to do because you're feeding them. We got to give them some food.
We gave him a bottle of Barton's vodka, and we're going to give him a nice gyro or chicken strip basket, whatever he is feeling at the moment.
I think that's right. Okay.
So here's the Gourmet Grill. Singleton, Barney, good.
Barney, yeah.
Key.
Yeah.
Then I wrote down 3 more names. 2 of them I'm leaning towards Ubers. One I wrote down McCullough, Shavers, Winery. Do those guys feel like Ubers? Do they feel like nothing? Do we want to
so here'd be my question.
Or is there, you have someone else?
We got to look out for that offensive line.
That was the other thing I was going to ask you. So we disrespecting somebody?
No disrespect. I don't know that I have any standout performances. Like, it's a little bit harder with the offensive line to be like, oh, like look at that. It's a little bit harder, right?
Check out that double team and get to the second level. Like, it's.
But they've been pretty good. So is there a world where we put the entire offensive line in one XL Uber?
Like a van?
Yeah, like a big one of those big,
I'm down for that. So because
they've been pretty good. I feel like the protection with Dylan's been good. Like, that's going to be a big part of this year. Can we block? Like, I feel like they've just been for the most part, pretty good.
I like that.
But nothing stand out enough to even put them to the gourmet grill.
Because Pritchett, the things I'm thinking about the offensive line is as a group, they've been solid. Then individually, I think of Latovsky's penalties. He's kind of had one moment each game where he's kind of lost his cool and homie to clown somebody. And then Pritchett's false start. Other than that,
Teddy
Pennywise down, Gunnar Gatula, and Justin Evans.
And Evans. Maybe just those guys since they haven't had the penalties, or
I want the whole group. I like that whole group in the van Uber. So then who in the gourmet grill do you like just Barney Key Singleton?
Yeah, for now. I think the defense, it's too early for me to put the defense right on that cusp. Everybody but Singleton. Singleton's been obvious.
Okay, so then no Shavers, no Winery, even in Ubers. I'm fine with that. Shavers made the play for the fumble in the Cincinnati game, nice. But other than that, I don't really feel like and Winery, I think I'm maybe just excited because he's new. I'm
excited about him too. I think our corners are actually somebody's gonna show up, I think, between those two corners and probably emerge into the club at different moments here. But
Zaire Wright isn't even getting they're not even throwing at him right
now. And Marshall was pretty good. His first game, I thought he was good.
And I like Donovan Jones brings the juice.
Donovan Jones, yeah. I mean, we got a lot of dudes that are playing pretty well right now. So in a weird way, we're probably underselling our defensive backfield in this.
They're paying for the sins of the front seven.
A little bit. Yeah. But that's part of being a team.
Yes. No question.
We've been defense heavy in the club, I feel like, for most of the last couple of years. It was Ty.
Oh, it was Polar Bear. Yes. It was Bullock.
Yeah, I mean, those guys.
It was Tommy Hill, for a while.
Isaac Gifford was in there. So, we had all sorts of defense. And I feel like it feels like right now is the offense's moment why the defense kind of figures it out. So I feel pretty good about that. Is anybody
any snubs? The only guys I wrote down, Cola, Shavers, and Winery. I don't know if anybody else. Cade Petchak makes the one play, but
maybe they're at home playing PlayStation right now, and we're
you want to send Cade Petchak
we told them hey, just keep your phone on. So we'll just say their phone's on at home.
Keep your phone on. By the end of this thing, we'll let you know. Keep your phone on. So we're doing Cade Petchak and Donovan Jones.
Winery. We got
Winery. Okay. And let's do Shavers and McCullough.
Yeah.
Those guys are just at home pacing.
Yeah, just playing video games. We'll call you. There might be a party tonight.
We'll let you know if there's. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. We're not totally sure at this point.
No need to get in an Uber. Don't go to the gourmet grill yet.
You don't even need to get dressed yet.
No.
Don't be sitting at home
Yeah. But we'll call you if something.
Cade Petchak, Winery, Shavers, and McCullough are just at home. Keep your phone on. All right. So here's the final list of things.
His name is pronounced Pet Shock.
Apparently. Yeah. It doesn't look like that.
That's what it said in the paper. It said Shock.
By the way, you can click on on the page, you can click the play button and he pronounces his name. I mean, it almost sounds like Ivan Drago. It's I Cade Petchak.
He's from North Dakota. It's very north.
I Cade Petchak. I like safety.
I give you a break. You
isn't safety ironic because you're not safe.
I'm from Fargo.
How's everybody doing tonight? Have you ever thought of the irony of the name safety? Because you are anything but.
Stand up from Russia.
Chuck stand up would be pretty good. Isn't it ironic? I use swim move and I can't even swim in real water.
What's the deal with Fargo? It's not that far to go. What?
Those are 3 killer jumps.
Those are
the irony of safety, the irony of a swim move, and what's the deal with Fargo? It's not that far, and
Kate,
you go.
We're looking forward to more.
Oh my God, it's so stupid. Okay, so are you ready for the final list?
Yes.
2 games in club: Dylan Raiola, Emmett Johnson, Isaiah Hunter, tight end Luke Lindenmeyer with the entire Scarlet Dance team, and Malcolm Hartzog.
I love it.
At the Gourmet Grill, Raiden, Ja'Cory Barney, Key, Singleton. We have the entire offensive line in a big, nice Uber, big van. I don't even know if those exist.
Yeah.
And then we're telling Cade Petshock, Winery, Shavers, and McCullough just to keep your phone off.
They're playing PlayStation, having a great night.
They're at home chilling. Okay, they got music going. Like that's not a horrible night. Okay?
Petshock's working on his Russian stand-up comedy.
Cade Petshock's working on his stand-up act. He's testing out jokes.
I think that's fair.
What is deal with safety?
I feel good. It's a good.
I like how that came out.
That's a
I really
good first club. I mean, I think we're for the most part like there wasn't any huge differences opinion. I liked Hunter. I think we both saw Hunter as being emerged as like the first guy at receiver. So.
I felt like any way you slice it, there were about 8 names that you were really choosing from.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a true consideration for the club, Singleton, Key, Barney, and then the 5 guys that were in it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't struggle with that. And then Dylan and Emmett were obvious. And then you could kind of the next 6 or so, like you could make a case for any of those guys.
I think that's right. And it's funny. I would say if you went to the Vegas odds, like there's a receiver in the club, the chances that it wasn't Key or Barney.
Yeah,
it was a high percentage chance it was going to be Key or Barney. So the fact that it's Hunter, it's like it's that's very.
Imagine
surprising.
if someone would have told you there's going to be 2 kind of pass catchers.
Well, yeah, 2 actually,
you know. So and it's not Barney, not Key. You'd have been like, what?
Not Carter Nelson. Like
not Carter. You'd have been like, wait, who? What did Heinrich Harburg? You're like, nope. Lindenmeyer and Isaiah Hunter.
I like it.
I think it's good. I feel really good about that.
I do too.
Oh. Okay, that was so much fun. I've been looking forward to that. I couldn't even go. In bed last night. I was just like, I was so excited for it.
I know the club's open for business. It's the football season.
Good.
This is great.
Okay, real quick, couple of things. We'll get to a Houston Christian preview. We'll get out of here. By now, everybody's seen. I could play it for people, but everybody's seen it. I like how it's the leaked audio from Matt Rule halftime. Like, I don't know. Is it like
it's leaked when Matt Rule's like, it sounded great in that? Yeah, approved. Go.
Or unfortunately, right at the end, you know, if you can hit, you're recording on your phone and you hit the camera to reverse to selfie. Yeah. Like at the end, it reversed and it's John Butler.
Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry.
Oh God, no, sorry, no. But we kid because it's kind of like I was like that. That got out because Rule wanted it to get out.
Of course.
And he should have because it was great.
Yeah. Okay. Like if he has a bad speech, he'll just say, nah, not that one.
Like,
we lose.
I mean, I thought we could have done better. Don't you think? We don't want to have that.
Sometimes it's okay to lose. Let's go home.
The dictionary defines victory as achieving a win in a game. No, he wasn't doing any of that. Okay. I loved it. I will say a couple of things. Those double, like, I don't know how, I mean, you played for, like, Frank was pretty subdued. Bill Callahan, pretty subdued. I'm not sure how Kaz was in terms of speeches and stuff like that. Obviously, Bo.
Pelini was good.
But Pelini's like, if that guy could every day, like, give me just a pump-up speech. Like, think if you rolled out of bed and he was just like, put your chin right there. But those sort of speeches happen, at least for, like, I've heard, like, a version of that speech a lot in my days. I think it's a couple of things because people have psychoanalyzed, like, what was it? You have to try to keep guys sharp, especially when everything around Nebraska is set up for guys to get maybe, unfortunately, like full of themselves and let their guard down, right? The stadium's full, everybody's patting you on the back, all those sorts of things. You have to find ways to keep guys sharp. And then there's an element of like playing to a standard. Like it doesn't matter. I always like to say you play to the standard, not the score. And I think that kind of sums up what he was trying to say. And the thing I look back on with all the great coaches I've played for, Self, Altman, Mazursky, Coach Smith, all this stuff, like especially Coach Self and Coach Altman, was just like they were relentless in holding you accountable and relentless in never letting you off the hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it to the point where like in the moment, it was kind of like, oh, like, dude, can you just like give me a break? It's one rep, it's one play. Like I missed a block out one time, you know, like there was just never this, like, I never heard from Bill Self or Dana Altman like, it's okay. You didn't set the screen. We're up 30. It's fine. Yeah. You know, like I think you need to instill that. Oh, I don't know what you had any thoughts on it.
In a weird way, I'm watching the Cowboys documentary with you. I feel like Jimmy Johnson did some of the same as like,
yes,
I do think it's a sign of a good coach, actually.
Right.
You get on your team when it looks like it's the best in some ways, or like it's going too easy, because I think that's like, it's like for coaches, it's a great moment to just like almost shock guys, like you said, into being like, oh, that's right. It's not about anything other than like you have to be excellent at all times, and you have to beat that into them so that when like you're in the tougher situations, it's there or they're ready to go.
Yes.
Versus like, so it's this weird game coaches play, almost like it's almost a great time to really lay into people is when they're like, things are going like falling your way almost. Right? So like, to me, I was excited to see it because it tells me we are getting better, because when you can yell at your guys when you're up by 30 or 40 points, like I'm like, yes, that's what I want. That tells me we're trying to get to another level.
Totally agree.
I was like, I told you, like Chris texted us that video, and I was like, I love it, because that to me, it's like, it shows me we're getting better.
Yes. There has to be like a healthy tension at all times.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean? Like a tension of just like,
you have to be relentless. Like if you want to be a champion, let's be real. Like you just can't be a champion unless you kind of are a little bit crazy.
I think, I mean, I feel like I can tell this story now. I mean, it's not that big a deal either. And it would happen all the time. I called the year KU. So 2022, Kansas wins the national championship. Okay. Yeah. That's Christian Brown, Achai Abaji, that whole
group.
So yeah. And I call their exhibition game on TV. So it's the exhibition game, like late October. They're playing like Emporia State or something like that. Okay. And I'm at shoot around, and this happened all the time when I was like, Coach Self is motherfucking everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is not anybody slightly messes up as they're walking through sets or anything like that, all over them. And he ends the practice basically called everybody in and said, that was one of the most embarrassing practices I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
And if any of you go out there tonight and do anything to embarrass me or the program by messing up a play, messing up a block out, anything like that, you'll never play for me again. And he goes, ask Nick. He played for me. He'll tell you. And all the guys turned and looked at me. and I was like,
you shook your head.
I shook my head. Yeah. You know, I was in the mode. I was like, he ain't lying.
Yeah.
And then there was an element of like, they broke it down. They always say Big 12 champs, 1, 2, 3, Big 12 champs. And the second they did that, Coach Self locked eyes with me and he winked.
I know, because
you know what you're doing.
Yes. The good coaches know. The good coaches are like, this doesn't mean anything, right? But these guys don't get it yet, you know, and they're just trying to make them get it by beating the like, you relax, because when you relax, you will get beat later in life.
Rest.
And so you have to be a little bit crazy. It's got to make almost no sense. Like but you got to be like I said, relentless is a great word.
That's the thing that the further removed I get when I think of Self and Altman, they were just like relentless.
Yeah.
Relentless in never letting you off the hook at all, to doing things the right way at all times. And it doesn't matter if it's a workout in the preseason, a shoot around before your exhibition game, or halftime when you're up 33-0 against Akron, where you clearly are you're going to smash that team. Because
it gets a lot harder to be like that when you're just like when you're really losing a lot. It's hard to do that when you're just losing. Yes. So in a weird way, it's a sign of winning is when you can do that when you're in like a good state. You almost do it to the better teams and the better players than you do. Well, you have to like build up the confidence of the losing teams.
Right.
More. It's like a little different.
Yeah, you can't necessarily. I mean, again, to think about, Coach Self did that to the team that won the national title.
But that's when you do it the hardest.
Yes, I think he's like, okay, we got a shot here. I like my team, but I'm gonna be
you
on
let them. Yeah.
And so I think so what you're saying is that what I agree with it. Like, I think it's also maybe a window into like, I think Rule likes this team. I think he feels like this team's got a shot to do some pretty good things. And he feels like they can handle him being like that. Because even I love the pan to the faces in the locker room. I think it was Buford was the one guy I for sure recognized. Buf was like nodding, like, yeah, I got you. And that's another thing,
I agree. It's like I agree.
Right.
Almost.
Cade Petchak was like,
what about Fargo?
What about Cade, you got a question? No, we're not doing questions right now.
No, just comedy.
I have comedy routine. Now time or no? Like, no, Cade, not now.
I have worked out my 2-minute set and I am ready to perform whenever.
I see we have 2 minutes before we take field. Anybody want to hear my 2 minute of joke?
I'm working this out so I can do Carson. Cade, Johnny Carson's been dead for almost 20 years. What?
Cade's big goal is going on Johnny Carson. I hear Carson from Nebraska, so that's my main reason I go to Nebraska. Hope I cross paths with Johnny Carson.
I hope I get to sit. He calls me over. That means you've made it.
I do go to his sit on couch. That make Cade Petchak very happy.
Dream come true.
Okay. Why are we... It's Cade Petchak live at the.
Is Petchak a Russian name?
I don't know. I just feel like he kind of looks like he looks like he could have been Drogo's son.
Okay, so and he's Russian enough.
We're going with it. I mean, remember Vokalek was pretty much.
We do need our.
I kind of go Russian a lot with.
Certainly do.
I'm sorry to anybody. Okay, moving on. I want to ask you this. I text you this question, and you got to be careful with like totally stopping and smelling the roses too much, because and it's kind of a point of this question. Like, has anything you've seen through 2 games so far altered how you see the team or see the season? And I should have told you, the caveat being like, I guess I'll just say this, like the one thing that has maybe altered how I see things is Iowa doesn't look as good as I maybe was anticipating them to look. UCLA looks like they're like falling apart. And Michigan maybe doesn't look quite as daunting as you maybe thought 2 weeks ago. But for me, like, I would say maybe the offensive weapons look a little better than I was anticipating. The jury is still way out for me on the defensive front 7. But so I don't, because you get some people like 2 games in now, are you ready to take it to the moon? I'm still, I think you and I both said 8-4. I'm not really ready to move off of that.
Nothing's moving me off of that right now. It's going to take some growth for me to move off of 8-4 as a prediction. I think it's not like Dylan has like transformed in any way, but like, I would say like, my confidence in Dylan's going up a little bit.
It's funny. I wrote that down. I wonder, right, is Dylan like...
He's looking dialed in.
What? I know. Does he look... He's looked terrific. Like, I don't know how you're going to be 100% perfect. Like, sure, he had the one fumble he got back. Sure, he had the one pick 6 that was dropped. But Nick,
he's in command.
He
it's almost like in a lot of ways you're not really thinking about Dylan. He's just doing everything right, and he's just executing. And it's like, oh, is that running back breaking tackles, or we're kind of just like assuming that like everybody can do what Dylan's doing, and then you watch Akron's quarterback throw, and you're like, oh, that's right, no.
Or really, that's the thing. You watch Arch Manning against Ohio State. I know that's Ohio State, but nevertheless, like you watch all these other quarterbacks, and you're just like, well, I guess making a 8-yard slant being just literally like not anywhere, but it's on the number here, right there.
It's the decision making. It's poise in the pocket. It's just like a lot of these things Dylan's doing very well right now is giving me more confidence in him, which gives me more confidence in the team. So I would say my confidence is going up a little bit, but the defensive question marks.
Yeah, it's offset. Does that make sense? So like my confidence, I'm like, ooh, and I kind of use the picture of Dylan, Emmett Johnson, tight end U, Barney, Hunter Key. Like that picture is like maybe a little better than I was thinking it was going to look. But I would say, to be honest with you, so far that front seven's maybe been a little, and I was concerned about it, been a little worse than I was expecting it to be.
I think that's right. And I think you said it well. They're offsetting almost. So like it keeps us where we are, but like definitely like, that's been the surprise, I think.
Yes. But Michigan State looks maybe a little better than maybe people thought. I'm not ready. I mean, because the thing I think people have to remember is everybody's fired up right now, and they should be. But keep in mind, through 2 games last year, Nebraska beat UTEP 40-7 and then beat Colorado 28-10 and was up 28-0 at half. So, like, I would argue that I maybe felt better about the team through 2 games a year ago than I do right now. Just because of the tie, the defense, the
defense was like there was a confidence there. Yeah.
Yes, there was a dip, and Dylan, you didn't know Dylan looked really good through the first 2 games, and so I was very excited about what that was going to continue to look like. So, yeah, I think it's important to remember, like, hey, and then maybe this is a part of the scar tissue is like I was falling in love through 2 games last year, and
but I think it's very important that that Michigan game, like we don't know anything until Michigan.
That's what's so great.
We don't.
That's what's because I'm totally in total agreement. Like Schick on Sunday was saying he thinks Nebraska's better than Michigan, and anything less than 9 wins is going to be a disappointment. And I'm just not.
What are you talking about?
I'm like, I'm not ready to go there at all.
Yeah,
I'm not ready to go there at all. But that's what's so fun about Michigan coming to town is we're all the things. Not to say that whatever happens on Michigan is like the answer to these questions for the rest of the season, but to a certain extent, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out, but I'll tell you what, I am excited for Husker Nation that we're having real conversations.
Yes.
This is a real conversation.
Yes.
Like we're not talking about, can we win more than 5 games?
Can we get to a bowl?
Can we get to a bowl? Like it feels like we're kind of past that. We're past that talk, which is good for our fan base.
That's a good point. That's funny you say that. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't one time thought to myself, like, just get to 6 wins.
It doesn't matter. We did that last year. And so I think that part's done.
Right.
Like we've kind of put that to bed.
You're right.
And now we're talking about bigger things.
Right.
And that's good for our fan base's psyche. I think people, the schedule worked out well for us to sort of like just get people feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Beating teams I think we should beat. And we got another tune-up that, I think we're going to beat him.
Well, okay, so let's get into that because we're going to preview this game. Houston Christian, I mean, at least on paper, this team's probably worse than Akron, which goes, oh, man, well, what is this going to look like? It's an FCS team. They used to be Houston Baptist or Houston Christian now. They haven't had a winning season since going FCS in 2014. They played at SMU last year, lost 59-7. So far this year, they're 1-1. They beat Arkansas Baptist 69-0. When they lost to Eastern Kentucky 20-10. In that Eastern Kentucky game, they turned the ball over 4 times and only rushed for 32 yards. So those 2 things kind of go, oh man. Is it before we get into, I kind of wanted to have like a checklist of what we want to see.
Yeah.
But are we assuming too much and taking too big of a leap? Have we already gotten to the point because Nebraska did it once that we're like, well, this game's going to be a blowout. It's about getting your third and fourth stringers in there. Like, are you ready to take that leap to thinking like this game is going to look a lot like, not saying it's going to be exactly 68-0, but it's going to look and feel a lot like the Akron game? Are you ready to go there? I feel like I kind of am.
I'm kind of close to it. I don't think we're going to lose the game. Like, I don't think there's a scenario really that we lose this game. But what's hard is I think what I need to know in a lot of ways, I'm not going to find out for the good in this game. I could find out for the bad. Like, our D-line could struggle against Houston Christian, and I could be like, oh, I just learned some bad things. I don't know if I can learn anything good about our defense against this team. You know what I'm saying? I think they can beat him up pretty good and look decent, and I don't think I'll know what I need to know. I need to know some things about this front seven that I'm only going to find out against Michigan, Minnesota, and Iowa.
I agree,
et cetera. Right?
I agree.
It's a Big Ten problem that I need to figure out, and we're not.
That's not necessarily their fault either. Like you know, it's like you can only play who's in front of you. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything major that I'm gonna. I don't see a scenario where we turn on the mics for the game recap and we're just like, wow. I mean, you talk about removing all doubt. You know, like I don't.
You can win 68-0 again, and it's like we're at no different of a place. We'll be talking about Michigan and be like, we need to figure out what we are.
Agree.
That's our test.
Checklist of what you want to see. I still want to see more explosive plays, guys making guys miss, more kind of big plays. D-line disruption. I mean, only 2 sacks on the season. TFLs were a little better in this next game, but the D-line, again, the caveat of like, we don't know until we know, but just more disruption from that D-line. I want to see, and I don't know how to phrase this, I want to see the linebackers pop. Like, I want to see a couple of plays where we say, wow, what a play from Watson.
They're flying. They're making some splash plays. Yeah, I agree.
Just feel like I can't even.
You can't remember.
I can't even remember a play.
Shavers is hit.
Shavers is hit, and other than that, I can't even remember a play a linebacker's made.
That it just feels like it's been a lot of like just kind of blah right now, and that's okay.
Right.
They're working things out, but like you said, it'd be nice to start seeing some of this.
See something. I don't know. I just want to see something from the linebackers. Like I want to say their names as I'm watching the game unfold. Another good kicking day. I'm big on that. Like confidence for Cunanan. You get some field goals, knock them down. A huge part of a specialist is just your mentality. And then Archie Wilson had a great debut, but he didn't punt against Akron.
I hope he continues to have no punts.
That would be fantastic. Just, it's his first punt Memorial Stadium with Michigan in town. That could be a little stressful, but at the same time, like I was worried for old Archie, and he was awesome against Cincinnati.
It's weird. Like if you become the starter, it's like you assume like, of course he can punt. But I was like, he's never done this in America. Will he just whiff it? I kind of had that feeling.
I thought the whole process of truly catching a long snap and a rush coming at him would be so foreign.
But he does it every day in practice.
Right? I know, but you get in a game. Somehow when you get into a game, and even though you've repped it, it still is just like, everything's kind of like moving faster.
I'm like, no, wait, this guy does this every day.
I know, but I was so worried about him.
Like, if you can't do that, you shouldn't be the starter.
That's true.
It shouldn't be like comfortably I can punt in a college game. You shouldn't be.
That's very true. Very true. I said 45-7. I don't know. I don't
think it's going to be necessarily 60-0. But like, if you're scoring 40 points, like that's a blowout. That's fine. Like, it's just we had like a super stomp down last week. If you're scoring 60, 70, 80 points, that's like. It happens not that often.
68 points is a lot. So I said 45-7. I think you're probably in that area code, if you will.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
We got a couple more minutes to wrap this thing up. I've only watched one episode of the Netflix kind of like following Canelo and Bud Crawford. Huge fight this weekend in Vegas. Canelo, Bud Crawford.
On Netflix.
Netflix. I'm so excited to watch this.
Is everybody gets a chance to watch now, which is, I think, a great move by boxing. And I think so Dana White now is the promoter, and he's got this, the deal with Netflix. But that's a huge move that I think boxing really made a mistake when it all went away from sort of like the ability for the average fan to just like watch the big fights.
It's hard. It's hard. Pay-per-view, just whether you like it or not, is going to turn some people away. Like, even if there's numerous times I've been interested in a fight, whether it be a UFC fight, a boxing match, and I'm like, hard to do. I'm not.
I mean, it's not hard now, but back in the day, I felt like it was hard to be like,
justify $99.
2010. It's like $99, and like you weren't like prepared for it. You couldn't do that last minute. It felt like
right.
So like you'd have to be like, organize some friends when you're in college.
Yeah,
like, should we all chip in $9 for this $99? But like now it's like, I mean, I think back to the old like Ali, Frazier, like those were just on like, I don't know, NBC.
That makes a difference.
And so everybody in the world gets to watch. So this is going to be cool that, it's just going to be like, even if you're having a busy Saturday, it's like, oh, it's 8:00. Boom. Turn on Netflix from anywhere and you get to watch this for basically for free.
I was thinking about watching Bud on this documentary, and just as I followed him over the years, I went to his fight when he was at Pinnacle Bank Arena. I didn't go to the one that was in Omaha at the CHI Health Center. I heard it was amazing. And I was just, because you and I have talked about, like, he's just he's really likable and
so unique. Such a unique personality is what he is.
Well, what I think a part of it is like, I think he perfectly kind of fits the ethos of Nebraskans in the Midwest.
100%.
Like, even though you think of like a boxer, you think of like, we conjure up images. Like, I always think of, you think of someone that's a little like crazy, like Tyson.
Yeah.
Or kind of loudmouth, bravado, cocky Ali, Floyd Mayweather, the flashy, all that stuff. That's not Bud at all. And that's not Nebraska at all. Like, Bud is like, I'd like to think that Nebraskans, being Nebraskans, we like to think of ourselves like we aren't phony.
Yeah.
We aren't cocky, and we work hard.
Yep.
And then with all those things, we stay true to like our roots, for lack of a better term. And I think he like checks every one of those boxes emphatically.
I would almost argue he checks those boxes so dramatically. It's almost amazing. Like,
yes,
when you watch him and how he lives his life. I mean, he's definitely living a different life.
Yeah, he does take a private jet.
All the things I see is like when he gets back to his like his people in Omaha, it's like they're living a very regular, like,
yes,
North Omaha life.
Yes.
Like, he's in Omaha. Like, he didn't want to go, live on the beach and go to New York City and be like, look at me now. I've made it. I'm a celebrity. It's like, he's like, I mean, they have him like with the local crew at his kid's birthday party. They're wearing like, it's like
they're wearing organized cowboy outfits, and he's going down a slide with his kids.
But it's like nobody's dressed fancy. They're dressed like everybody else is. It's almost like I was just like, this looks so normal. I was like, I'm almost shocked by it.
And it's amazing because you contrast it. And I actually find Canelo kind of likable, but Canelo is literally the complete opposite.
Yeah.
He's on a mansion compound. He has what looked like 30 different various vehicles.
Infinite vehicles.
He had an indoor horse little training center, where his daughter could ride a horse. The first scene, he buys $1 million watch,
but he takes them all. He's like, I take all. Like,
I take both.
Like, this is so good.
So it's funny when you contrast those two things, and but Bud also, like, it's cool that like he's got the same crew around him. Like, he didn't feel like, well, I got to shed my trainer and get a different, like, it's the same dudes he's been with. I even loved one of the guys was like, man, we used to drive in one Nissan Altima, all 5 of us, to a tournament. He goes, we'd all stay at a La Quinta. He goes, we'd be farting.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but there's something relatable about that. Like,
but it's something that's so Nebraskan about wanting to keep it is authentic and real. It's like it's very intentional. That's what I like about Bud so much, is like that's the Nebraska part of it. It's like he makes a point to be like that, because like even Canelo, like I think both guys came from not much. Like, Canelo didn't come from much, Bud didn't come from much, and they're both successful, but Canelo's gonna be like, look at how much I'm spending. It feels like, I feel like Bud's like, look how much I'm not.
Yes.
Almost like, look how much I'm just like, I'm just hanging in North Omaha.
How much I can just not change.
Yeah. Look, it's almost, it's like amazing almost. So like, I just found that like, he just has, his people are just great. And I'm so amazed at how authentic he keeps.
I love that he's also, because let's be honest, there's some people that, I mean, you get it. When I tell people I'm from Nebraska, I mean, people are, there's people kind of either roll their eyes at it. I mean, that's kind of, we've all dealt with that. Anybody listening have dealt with kind of the look down their nose nature of you're being, you live in Nebraska on purpose. On purpose. It's like, it's a great place to live.
It's so insulting.
It's so insulting.
But it also lets me know how little those people have seen in the world. Like, because when you've seen the world, like every place has good and bad.
Yeah. Everything's trade-off.
Understand that.
Right.
And I always feel like when people do that, they don't really know the world.
Right. And I love how he's never, ever one time been anything but damn proud of Nebraska.
And I think that's why we love him so much too, is that he is that way.
He's just like, I love Nebraska. I love Omaha.
He reps it. He reps the Huskers.
Because you see him in his fighting in, I can't remember who but he's got a Creighton basketball hat on.
Yeah.
He's wore Creighton stuff. He's worn Nebraska stuff. Like, so I think everybody appreciates that. I mean, I remember Bud would come, we'd play pickup at our summer pro-am stuff. And like, Bud likes to compete so much. I remember Bud showing up and would like hop on a team and want to
play ball. Oh.
And Bud would just, he just run. I mean, he's
confident.
Well, and he's one of those guys. He's in shape but that's Bud would show up at at OSA on 108th and Maple and just come in there and hoop.
Oh, I love
and no one really was like, that's Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
he's on a team over there, just like flying around and competing and like
it's just like I love it. It's just almost like nonchalant. Like, why wouldn't I?
No, I wanted to play basketball.
Why wouldn't I just be a part of the like? He doesn't separate himself. Is what I like. It's but I just think he is our Nebraska's best like global athlete that I can remember in the last 25 years. Like nobody's has achieved as much from Nebraska as Bud Crawford.
Totally agree. And I think you can understand this, but like little things make a difference in just kind of like perception. He had Eminem lead him out of his last fight. Like you can, I mean, that's a big deal. One of the 5 to 10 greatest rappers of all time, and a guy that is a global icon in his own right, gets a call from somebody from Omaha, Nebraska, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll lead you out. Like, I would be honored to lead you out." I think that was also like, I think me being a hip hop, like I was like, that felt like if M validating Bud is like validating everybody. So we'll see what happens.
This is a big fight, though.
I mean, huge fight.
You just forget how big Canelo is, and not just Mexico, but globally. Like he is Mexico. He's like Mexico's guy.
Yes.
And it's funny. I didn't know a lot about Canelo for some reason. Either. And I just feel like there's something about Canelo that I underestimated. Like, I think he might be real tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went pro at 15,
mainly because nobody would fight him. He was so heavy-handed and such a big puncher that nobody would fight him. So in the doc he had to go pro so he could actually fight somebody.
That's wild though. Think about going pro at 15 years old
and just being this brick-handed bomber.
Yeah.
And the other thing he has going, like, he fought Floyd.
He fought Floyd before he was ready for Floyd.
Right. But there's still something to, like,
he's seen Floyd.
Like, there's something to, like, that comfort of, like, well, I've gone against maybe the best ever.
Yeah.
So, and dealt with that.
There's a world where Canelo could, being bigger.
Yes.
You know, he is significantly thicker, you know. He's got the hard hands. Like he could hit and hurt Bud potentially. If I'm betting, like if you say like you take your money, like bet your money, I'm absolutely betting on Bud Crawford. I think like the blueprint to beat Canelo is like you know, a defensive fighter like Floyd, where Bud has like the whole arsenal.
Yeah,
I just feel like Canelo if I'm being real, like watching that, I just feel like he's looking like he's getting a little bit up there in age. He's been a little rusty. And Bud still, I feel like still peak of his powers.
Well, his last fight was it Spence? It was Spence, right?
Spence.
I mean, it was joke. Like it was truly a joke, and against one of the best fighters. And so I'm with you. I mean, I'm betting on Bud.
I don't think Bud's going to knock him out, though. No, I think they're going to go the distance, and I think Bud's going to outscore him just because he's got. I think Canelo's going to struggle with Bud's speed,
and I think so. He's going up to this fight's at 168, I think. Mm-hmm. But I heard Damon talking about this, that I think Bud's walking around weight is like 170.
That's probably right. Yeah.
So I think the weight thing. Now, of course, he had to get bigger, and
so that he could cut.
So he could cut, but it's not like being around 170 is totally like foreign to him. Like that. Yeah. That's usually where he's
Canelo's
at.
Probably walking around 185 or something, 180, 185, whatever, But like. So Canelo's going to have a natural 10, 15 pounds on him, and that makes a difference. But, like, I just think Canelo maybe if it's Canelo 5 years ago, maybe is in a better spot than, like, Canelo. Like, I just think he's been a pro for 20-some years.
Well, and then 36? Bud, and I just feel like Bud is, like, peaking.
Yeah, let me see. How old's Canelo? Let's see.
I mean, there's also there's that. I mean, timing of fights matter, right? I mean,
he's 35. So, I mean, not that Bud, Bud's roughly that. Bud Crawford. How old Bud? Bud is 37. So Bud's older, but Bud just like looks more vibrant still. So I don't know. We'll see what Canelo looks like in those first couple rounds. I feel like the first couple rounds will tell the tale.
I can't wait, man. And you say this and we'll wrap it up here. Can he be the celebrity picker next time game day or big noon comes? Like, I want it to be Bud. Can we all agree? Like, no disrespect to Larry the Cable Guy or anything like it's not like, I just think I think it should be Bud.
It's just rare when you have somebody that's like this elite. He just is that. He's the pound for pound best boxer in the world, which it's like for the last couple hundred years, like that's the sign, right?
And that's still it's still the oldest form of like superiority and entertainment of like two guys fighting. Who's the baddest dude on the block?
Yeah, you're the heavyweight, or not the heavyweight, but you're the pound for pound best boxer in the world.
Yeah. And I mean, I still with that when he let him out against Colorado last year, and then at halftime, remember Rule asked him to say something to the team, and he said, "Well, you got someone down," and he just started punching. I mean, that like. That's a hell. I mean, when he's saying you got someone down, you keep punching them. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. He's about to go on. Cade Petchak's about to. Let's go. We gotta go. Cade's doing his 2 minutes.
A Hurrdat Sports Network production.